Okay, so what we have here is the regulation rubber snout hood, and word got out that I fixed latex stuff. So a friend of mine sent this because it ripped, and figured if I have it, I might as well do a review on it. Now, it's not a molded hood, so it's constructed out of sheet latex. You can see right here on the sides that they just do the basic hood pattern. They do right side, left side, and they do the center that comes down towards the V in the head. Now, he said this is a severe breath control hood, which I've worn it a couple times. I wouldn't really say it's severe. It impedes breathing but doesn't restrict it. You can see on the front of the face it's got sort of a pig-like snout projection coming out of it, with on the front of it a single grommet hole, which appears to be about 5 millimeters. It allows air to come in and out. The hood inflates slightly when you're breathing in and out. So for some, I guess it would get stuck a little higher, a little low, and maybe collapse in on the sidewall a bit and restrict breathing. But once you breathe out, it straightens itself back out. It has looks like a 2 millimeter rubber collar on there. And the reason this thing broke is because he had sent me a message saying that he'd bought it from them, saying it should fit. You know, he's unusually large, got a pretty big head, and they said it should fit, and I guess he kind of forced his way in there. But I can't put all the blame on him, because after I got it and looked at it, right where it ripped right here. As you can see, the repair, it's not too pretty, but it works. It ripped right here. Now, where it ripped on the opposite side, it has a, what do you call these damn things? Not a grommet. It has it has one of these things in there, basically to hold the hood onto the collar. Now, this is where the fault I find in the hood comes from, because if you take a look at it on the inside, it's just a single layer of latex, and they bolt the pin straight to it through the collar, and there's no actual support at all to help strengthen the latex. Because once you have a small tiny pinhole or a cut, or even just a bad segment of latex, where for some reason during the curing process where the sheet latex is made, it develops a thin spot, a weak spot, the rubber's not cure, or the rubber was impure at that particular point. If you put a lot of stress on it, and even just a little bit of stress, it's going to tear a hole and just shoot straight up towards the nearest thing it's at. Now, the only way I could see they'd make this thing a lot better is if they actually went and put another layer of latex, or even just a small circle or a square right where they put the rivet, where it comes through. That would definitely reinforce the hole and keep it from tearing. Because here's the rivet it was on. You can see that where it was, the hole was literally right where it ripped. And because it was stretched there, like that, you could pull it and stretch it. And because there's a hole and they haven't reinforced it at all, the rip is just going to go and just boom, shoot like a bolt of lightning up to wherever. And you can see right here, it's pretty much up almost the entire portion of the hood, basically from your nose area all the way down to the bottom of the collar. And this hood sits pretty low. And if we look at the lacing D-rings here, you can put laces on it, make it a lot tighter. What they've done is where the center flap of the hood closes, where the zipper is, they have it reinforced there, which is a good idea. If you're going to put stress on it, you might as well have it reinforced. Now, I don't have anything to lace it up with, so I don't know how well it's going to hold up, but it's definitely going to hold up a lot better than just these regular pieces down here on the collar. So they can improve their design at all. Anywhere they put the rivets, they need to reinforce it with some more latex, a thicker latex, or maybe even maybe just a little bit thinner latex. Just basically put reinforcement all around the area where they're going to be punching through the latex, just so it doesn't shoot up and rip. But other than that, it's a really well built hood. All the seams are nice and straight. You know, everything sits flush on it. There's no really weird bubble. There's no misaligned latex like you see with a lot of the Chinese stuff. But if anyone can send this video to them or shoot it over to them, I definitely would recommend anywhere they're going to put a rivet, a grommet, a hole, a lacing strap, or anything like that, they should reinforce it, especially on the collar. The thing is, even on the nose, you can see a little square outline around the snout where they have that grommet in there. Let me open it up on the inside. And the way they have it there is between the inside and the outside layer, they have this whole piece reinforced. You can't see it on the outside or the inside that well, but you can see basically the square outline right where the grommet hole is, because this is actually two pieces of rubber, what it looks like to cover the front. You know, a thin piece and a thick piece. So regulation just needs to improve on that just a little bit. Sorry about winging the camera everywhere. I couldn't set it down anytime. But if they fix that problem, then they can go ahead and have a halfway decent, you know, hood. Well, it's halfway decent now, but they could have a hood that'll stand up to a lot more beating than just some guy trying to put it on. But because he's a little bit big-headed, they said it would fit. He tried to force it on. Even with some lube, it wanted to tear. So 50% of the blame for ripping it goes to him for trying to force it on, and the other 50% goes to regulation because they don't have reinforced grommets right on the collar.